This video lesson contains lesson 21 and lesson 22. So now let's discuss metric units for measuring small and large quantities, choosing appropriate units. So now we will be discussing different types of measures. Let's have the metric system basics. Okay, so sometimes we are measuring the lengths, right? So sa length, ano-ano ang under millimeters, centimeters, meters, and kilometers, kung gaano kahaba. Pag sinabi nating mass or weight, yung gaano bigat, milligrams, grams, kilograms. Pag sinabi nating volume, gaano ang kayang, okay? So, gaano ang kaya ng laman, milliliters, liters, and kiloliters. Temperature, ganong kainit, kalo, kalamig. Okay, degrees Celsius. Time, okay. Pwede sa seconds, sa minutes, and sa hours. Yun yung oras. So, choose the unit that makes measuring easy and practical. Pag small object, automatically, you will be using smaller units. Pag large objects, mostly you are using bigger units. Halimbawa, pinakamaliit, millimeters. Okay, sa time naman, seconds. O pagka large object, for example, kailangan nyo ng bigger units. Okay, kilometers, kilograms, kiloliters, hours. Okay po. So now, how to determine and apply appropriate metric units? Sa length, ano siya? How long, tall, wide, or far something is. Okay? Din ginagamit yung mga length. Gaano kahaba, gaano kataas, gaano kalayo. Closing questions, words like distance, height, width, length, depth, and thickness. Yun yung mga mostly na makikita nyo sa questions pag naghahanap ka ng length. Ang common units yan, yung tulad kanina, millimeter, meter, centimeter, and kilometer. Example, measuring the height of a student. Okay, mostly we are using the meters. Measuring the thickness of a coin, we are using the millimeters. Measuring the distance from school to home, we are using kilometers. So these are examples that we are measuring the length. Next, paano naman kapag ang ginagamit or hinahanap natin ay weight or mass? How heavy or light an object is, gaano kabigat or gaano kagaan ang isang bagay. Closing questions, mass, weight, heavy, light. Okay? Ano ang ginagamit natin units pag naghanap tayo ng weight or mass? Milligram, gram, kilogram, or ton. Okay. Ano na example? Weight of a baby, weight of a tablet or of medicine, or load of a truck or of sand. So, gaano kabigat? Okay. Weight of a baby, automatically, we are using kilograms. Even us, humans, we are using kilograms. Weight of a tablet of medicine, since it is so small, it means you will be using smaller units. So, we have milligrams. And load of a truck of sand, we have tons. Since it is a bigger unit or bigger object. When you say volume of air capacity, how much space? Okay, sabi ko nga, gaano kalaki malalamanan ang yung espasyo. Okay, how much space a liquid or gas takes up, or how much a container can hold it. Ilan ang kasya sa loob ng container dun sa space na given. So, ano yung mga questions? Capacity, container, liquid, bottle, fill, or pour. Next, anong common units natin? Milliliter, liter, kiloliter, cubic centimeter, cubic meter. Okay po. So, mostly ice cream, water, soft drinks. Okay, a soft drink bottle. So, mostly yan sa mga soft drinks natin, 1 liter, 1.5 liter. A teaspoon of medicine, automatically the milliliter, since it is a smaller unit. And a swimming pool means kiloliter, since swimming pool is so huge. When say temperature, how hot or cold something is. I've already discussed it earlier. Gaano ka-init, gaano kalamig. And closing questions, this is temperature, hot, cold, fever, and heat. Common units, degrees Celsius, degrees Fahrenheit, and Kelvin. Okay? Pag sinabi nating temperature, ito mga example, body temperature when you're sick, 38 degrees Celsius. For example, pag ikaw ay nilalagnat, okay? Boiling point of water, 100 degrees Celsius. And freezing point of water is 0 degrees Celsius. Okay? Gaano kainit at kalamig. Okay. Let's say I have an example. Let's identify the appropriate metric units for measuring small and large quantities listed below. So, meron tayo ditong given na quantities. And tignan natin kung ano ang appropriate unit dun sa measure na yun. Pag sinabi nating height of the building, syempre, gagamit tayo ng meter, ng metro. Pag sinabi nating width of the classroom, gaano kalapad, gaano kalaki, meter din. Pag sinabi nating length of a pencil, centimeters. Distance from Manila to Albay, automatically kilometers. Body temperature of a classmate, degrees Celsius. And temperature of hot coffee, degrees Celsius. Okay, yan yung mga appropriate unit para inyong masukat, malaman, itong mga nasa quantities. Next, volume of liquid in a feeding bottle, that is milliliter. Volume of water in the tank, cubic meter. Volume of water in a pail, liter. Weight of a book, gram. Weight of a needle, milligram, since it's so small. And weight of a cow, it's kilogram. Para siyang tao, no? Okay, next. Okay, duration of a movie. Okay, minute. Time to walk down the hallway, seconds, di ba? Hindi ka naman maglalakad sa hallway ng isang oras, di ba? Time to finish the scavenger hunt, minute. Time it takes to travel from Sagada to Manila, it's hour. And time ng sprint race, that is seconds. Okay, so dito na-apply naman natin yung time. So, yun yung lesson number 21. So, now, we will also be discussing conversion unit or conversion within this lesson number 22. So, unit conversion within and across systems. Length muna tayo. Okay? So, conversion of units is the conversion between different units of measurement from the same quantity, typically through multiplicative conversion factors. Sinabi natin conversion factor is the number used to change one set of units to another, either by multiplying or dividing. Okay. Yung isang unit, maiiba ng unit. Like for example, ng 60 minutes, how many seconds? Okay. Sa isang oras, how many minutes? Sa isang metro, how many centimeters? So, magkaiba sila ng unit. Okay, conversion factor. So this involves the English system, which is based on a non-universal way of measuring by means of human body parts or other instrument, and the metric system, which is based on the decimal system. Okay? So let's have within metric. Okay. Ito ay kailangan alam ninyo kasi kailangan alam ninyo gaano yung pag nag-convert kayo from one unit to another. Within metric, 1 centimeter, it is equivalent to 10 millimeters. 1 meter, it is equivalent to 100 centimeters. 1 kilometer, that is equivalent to 1,000 meters. So in English, we will be using 1 foot in 12 inches, 1 yard in 3 feet, 1 mile in 5,280 feet. Okay, across, 1 inch is equals to 2.54 centimeters. 1 foot, that is 0.3048 meters. 1 yard is 0.9144 meters. 1 mile is 1.609 kilometers. Okay, steps for conversion. First, let's identify the units. Next, find the conversion factor. Multiply or divide by the factor and write the result within the correct units. Okay, so convert 3 kilometers to meters. As you can see here in the given box here at the top, we have, we will convert 3 kilometers to meters. As you can see, 3 kilometers, and then you will be converting it to meters. Therefore, you need to get the meters. So, 3 kilometers times 1,000 meters divided by 1 kilometer. Why do you need 1,000 meters? Kasi ang isang kilometro ang isang kilometro ay 1,000 meters. Therefore, you will just multiply it. So, this one, the 3 kilometers And the 1,000 meters, okay. And then the 1 kilometer. Bakit naglagay tayo ng over 1 kilometer? 1,000 meters is equivalent to 1 kilometer. Kailangan magkamukha sila para ika-cancel natin. Ayan. Maika-cancel natin yung unit. Ang matitira, ito, si M. Si meters, di ba? So, kailangan natin makakancel yun. So, 3 kilometers times 1,000. Ayan, ito, multiply natin to. Okay, multiply natin to. That is 3,000 divided by 1 since wala naman yung kilometer ba? Divided by 1, you have 3,000 meters. Okay? So, 3 kilometers is equivalent to 3,000 meters. Next, let's convert 108 inches into feet. Okay, conversion factor, we have 12 inches is equals to 1 foot. Okay. So, yan. Dito natin makikita yan. Ito. Ayan. 1 foot is equals to 12 inches. So, ngayon, yung 108 inches daw, i-convert daw natin into feet. So, as you can see, ito yung nahanap natin, si 108 inches. And then, ang hinahanap natin ay feet. So, we have 1 foot over 12 inches. It means, kailangan kasing magkatapat ito, yung si inches, and then si inches, ayan. Kailangan hindi sila as in tapat at tapat. Kailangan magka-opposite sila na, kasi ito ay 108 over 1. Okay, so kung makikita ninyo, 108 inches times 1 foot over 12 inches because 1 foot is equivalent to 12 inches. So, 108 times 1, that is 108. And then 1 times 12, that is 12. Natanggal naman na natin yung inches, di ba? Ayun. Ayan. So, kung mapapansin ninyo, 108 divided by 12, we have 9 feet. So, 108 inches is equivalent to 9 feet. Let's have 500 millimeters to centimeters. Babalik tayo. Kung makikita nyo dito, ayan. 1 centimeter is equals to 10 millimeters. So, habalik rin natin 500 millimeters to centimeters. So, 1 centimeter is equivalent to 10 millimeters. So, kung makikita natin, ang tanong ay 500 millimeters, therefore, we will be writing your 500 millimeters. Ano ba ang conversion? Ano ba ang hinahanap natin? 1 centimeter is equivalent to 10 millimeters. So, kailangan ulit, magka-opposite sila para makancel natin ang millimeters. Okay? And then, 500 over 1 ulit ito, di ba? So, 500 times 1 centimeter, that is 500 centimeter, and then 1 times 10. So, 500 centimeters divided by 10, that is 50 centimeters. Okay po. Next. Convert 800 millimeters to meters. Ang 10 millimeters is equals to 1 centimeter. So, 100 centimeter is equals to 1 meter. Kasi, kung makikita nyo dito, wala naman tayong binigay na example na millimeters to meters. So, you will be converting it with millimeters to centimeters, centimeters to meters. For us to know how to convert 800 millimeters to meters. So, this one. Okay, tingnan natin ha. So, ang given example natin ay 800 millimeters. Okay. So, syempre, ang 800 millimeters, 1 centimeter is equals to 10 millimeters. Again, kailangan muna natin kunin ito para ma-cancel natin yung millimeters. And then, 800 times 1, that is 800. And then, ang natira dito, 1 times 10, that is over 10. So, 800 divided by 10, that is 80 centimeters. Hindi pa dyan natatapos kasi ang hinahanap natin ay meters. So, dahil meron na tayong nakuhang 80 centimeters, ito yan, kukunin naman natin siya into meters na. Okay. So 80 centimeters times 1 meter divided by 100 centimeter because 1 meter is equivalent to 100 centimeters. Okay, we can cancel out the centimeters in both sides. So, matitira sa 80. 80 times 1, 80. Tapos, ang natira sa ilalim, 100. So, 80 divided by 100, that is 0.8 meters. So, your final answer will be 0.8 meters. Next. 17,000 millimeters to kilometers. Kung mapapansin nyo din, wala ulit given dito sa ating chart. Okay, wala dito. Okay, diba? Wala. So, kunin natin siya. Millimeters to centimeters, centimeters to meters, meters to kilometers. Kasi nga, i-convert natin millimeters to kilometers. So, syempre, dahil millimeters to, unahin natin syempre, i-convert muna millimeters to cm. Okay po. So, millimeters to cm. Pag nakuha na natin si cm, kunin na natin si meters. Pag nakuha na natin si meters, makukuha na natin si kilometers. Okay, kung mapapansin nyo dito sa ating chart, ayan. Okay, kailangan mo munang mag-undergo sa different steps for you to know the answer. Okay. Okay. So, sa una, syempre, ang tinatanong ay 17,000, yan, 17,000 millimeters. So, syempre, unahin natin yung given, 70,000 millimeters. Since, syempre, millimeters to, kailangan millimeters din nasa ilalim para makakancel natin. Ang maiwan is si centimeter. So, 70,000, kinancel natin yung millimeters, and then 10 millimeters. And then, we will be multiplying the numerator to denominator. 70,000 times 1, that is 70,000. And then, ang matitira sa ilalim ay just 10. So, 70,000 divided by 10, that is 1,700 centimeters. Okay? Siyempre, hindi po dyan natatapos dahil meron pa tayong i-convert. So, ang natira dito ay 1,700 centimeter. I-convert natin siya. So, 1,700 centimeters, kailangan ulit may centimeter dito sa may baba para maika-cancel out natin. So, 100 centimeters is equivalent to 1 meter. So, maka-cancel out natin. So, 1,700 times 1, it's 1,700. Ano ang naiwan dito? Sa may baba. Okay, kulang 0. 1,700 times, divided by 100, that is 17 meters. Okay, next. Si 17 meters, kukunin natin siya para makuha natin si 6 kilometers. Kasi kung mapapansin nyo dito, meron tayo ditong kilometers to meters. So, kaya niya na i-convert. So, 17 meters times 1 kilometer divided by 1,000 meters. So, if we will cancel out of our both side, the meter, ang matitira is 17 times 1 kilometer, that is 17. Ang maiiwan sa ilalim ay 1,000. So, 17 divided by 1,000, you will have 0.017 kilometers. So, this will be your final answer. Okay? So, that is lesson numbers 21 and 22. So, now, I need your comment in the comment section, for us to know your key takeaways. Thank you and have a nice day.